network or secure your next home sooner. Head to toop.com.au or call us on 8362 8888. That's 8362 8888.
This is Adelaide's FIVEAA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Komarek. Missiles are striking Kiev and other Ukrainian cities 2 hours after Russia launched a full-scale invasion. Prime Minister Scott Morrison is receiving intelligence and security briefings on the unfolding situation, while Australia's share market has slumped since Russia declared war. In other news, COVID restrictions have been eased in SA. Health is once again on the agenda on day 5 of the state election campaign. And in sport world number 3, Alexander Zverev has issued an apology after abusing and physically intimidating an umpire at the Mexican Tennis Open. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Ad Modbury got a smash on North East Road near Montague Road. Crayfords got a breakdown on the freeway up track, one lane closed and speeds reduced. Theberton got a loose road plate causing a hazard. That's on Port Road near George Street. Take some extra care through there. And Gullery's got a burst water main there. Lingdock Road near Bella Street. Cameras Baloo Street, Ingle Farm and Lyons Road at Holden Hill. Enjoy family entertainment and giveaways at SA Health COVID-19 vaccination clinics this super family walking weekend. No bookings required. Visit the SA Health website for more info. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Clear tonight, a low of 17, mostly sunny tomorrow, 29. Right now it's 31. More news at 5 o'clock and As It Happens on 5AA.
Everyone living with a disability faces different barriers. BET Group draw on lived experience to provide stylish and homely accommodation so people with disabilities can live well and thrive. Choice, independence and creating an environment to flourish in are their core values. Whether it's supported independent living or adapting a home, BET Group are an NDIS provider, supporting people with disabilities in ways that best suit them. Visit betgroupglobal.com.au.
You could call a pest control company and pay upwards of $1,500 to see if you have termites. Or do it yourself with a Termi Busters kit. It's easy. Just install the Termi Busters stations around the exterior of your home and monitor them yourself. That way there's no ongoing fees to have someone else monitor them. It's the easiest DIY you'll ever do. And for a limited time, you'll pay just $270. That's all. Visit termibusters.com.au and order your kit now.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA-approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Rowey's Sports Show.
26 minutes to 5. You will hear the latest on Ukraine with our news service with Michaela. And don't forget tonight, Matthew Pantelis from 8 o'clock will bring you the very latest. It's hard to juggle sport on a day like today when you see the TV in the background and what's going on.
Look, it's scary, but 5AA will be all over it.
Coming up later this hour and into next hour too, some footy royalty. Gavin Wanganine's going to join us. Great story with his young son Texan being picked up by Essendon on the rookie list. Cole Chalmers is going to talk to us about choosing Commonwealth Games or World Champs, and we'll also catch up with Adelaide United's Josh Cavello. But sticking with the footy theme, Alastair Clarkson has made some interesting comments about concussion and potentially a way that we can treat concussion. Take a listen.
We broke down the stigma with microwave ovens and we broke down the stigma with mobile phones and I think we just need to break down the stigma with cannabis.
That was former Hawthorn, three-peat premiership coach, Alastair Clarkson. So joining me now is Associate Professor, friend of show, Dr. Alan Pearce. Dr. Pearce, thanks for your time and interesting assertion.
Good afternoon, Dr. Rowey. Yes, I saw that come through last night, and look, I don't have a problem with ex-footballers, coaches having an opinion on this really important issue. And I love talking to you guys in Adelaide, and but where I draw the line is where we start to see, people talking about science before it has actually happened yet. And we need to, be really careful about not giving people false hope.
Yeah. Is it a dangerous claim or has it got basis? And just on Clarko, in fairness to him, he said exploring the benefits. And he went on to say, more about, anxiety for footballers.
Yeah, look, CBT oil, where they do take out the active ingredient that people are worried about has got benefits in psychiatric condition, so it does help with, anxiety and depression and other aspects with mental health. But we still don't have any evidence regarding concussion per se. And we have to remember that concussion is a brain injury. So, we don't want people to suddenly think that it's going to help them recover really quickly or help them with their long-term recovery as well until we actually do the science. So I agree with him that we need to explore it, but let the scientists do the talking.
Okay. You're an associate professor from La Trobe University. He, Clarko, that is, said there were two doctors from La Trobe that, not backed him up, but said, look, it's a fair case to put forward.
Yeah, yes. And, as I said, we should look at it and we should, do it properly. But, I guess as part of my tweet, it was like, people wouldn't expect me as a neuroscientist to be talking about, what happens on the field in terms of skills and strategies. And if I was even to try and say, oh, look, I think, this particular team should try doing this week, I'd be getting hell for it, stick in your own lane, so to speak. So I guess it's really trying to... just put it out there that, let us do the work and do the talking, and just respect our various areas of expertise. Okay, so it does more harm than good. Is in CBT oil? Yes. Well, we don't know that actually yet. That's the thing. We don't know it's one way or the other, and I guess that's why we have to be really careful because we don't want to, anticipate something that we don't even know yet. Yep, okay. Hey, just on another note, while I've got you, have the AFL reached out to you yet in any way, shape or form with all your science? No, unfortunately. Does that disappoint you? It does a little bit, yes. Yes, it does. I mean, I'm here for the sport and I'm here for all sports. It's not just football. And I'm here for the safety of athletes, and we want people to play their sport at all levels. We just want people to play it safely and have long careers in it. Okay, well, you stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine, Dr. Alan Pearce. I certainly will. Don't you worry about that. I've got my old plates on. Great work. Thanks for your time again. And for parents that are listening, I did this today. Log on to Neuro Pearce, all one word. Some great info for parents on concussion. Everything is there and laid out, and we love him on the show. Associate Professor Dr. Alan Pearce, our guest. And you can understand exactly why the doctor has concerns. You don't want to build people's hopes up for what could be a remedy for concussion because it's such a big issue. Alistair Clarkson spoke to people in the know and put those out, but when someone of a voice of Clarko's stature does so, a lot of people listen. I had to do a neurosurgical appointment with a local professor here in Adelaide without sharing any more detail. I suffered bad migraines. They're called aclassic migraines, and a vessel in your brain will contract and it'll spasm shut, and it presents like a stroke. Very scary. And I remember going through all the CAT scans and all of this, and the AFL were a part of it as well because it also linked into them being able to give all past players a chance to get a scan and see where they sit with dementia and all that down the track, and, all these links. Anyway, the neurological professor, brain doctor, if you like, I said to him, well, don't you need to get in there and have a look before you can say anything? He said, listen, your brain's like a computer, and the biggest computer in the world wouldn't even be as intricate as the brain. Then everyone's brain is different. And until you open up the computer, you can't see what's wrong with the brain. That's why CTE, they can't diagnose it until you're dead, until they cut it up. And that's the problem with concussion. All these professors, and you think about all these eminent, brilliant neurologists around the world are all working for the same thing, Leith, in every country around the world, and they haven't broken the code. They don't know. So Clarko could be right, he could be wrong. And I'll defend Clarko again. If you have a listen to his grab, he did say, let's explore. He didn't say categorically, let's get this down our tonsils. He did say, let's explore. And what I do know about Clarko, he does like 36 short. That's a lovely gin that's made at Virginia. Maybe he's had a few 36 shorts.
It was a great tweet from Dr. Pearce, though.
It was good.
Neuroscientists provide suggestions for developing Hawthorn's forward line, given that their former coach is now solving the concussion crisis.
I don't think it will be solved.
No.
As I said,
It's a
the
massive
brain
issue.
is just, it's massive.
Not to make light hard of it, but somebody on the Sip and Save text said, the migraines you're experiencing, Rowey, that's called a hangover caused by Rusden.
No, it's not. I've never got a hangover after drinking Black Gut Shiraz. There you
Sue
go.
from Chrissy's Beach has an interesting
That's
text
a lie.
too. We've got a $100 Sip and Save voucher for the best text of the day. 1 hour delivery. Hit the app or shop.sipandsave.com.au. Tennis players, Rowey, are rich, spoiled brats, and I'm glad one has been called out. Any player who smashes his racket in a hissy fit should be made to play on with it for the remainder of the match. And yes, I said his deliberately. Sue at Chrissy's Beach. So that's on the back of Alexander Zverev, who
I
just
saw that.
spat it.
That was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
So imagine the chair umpire. What's he sit? 6 feet up in the air. So his legs are probably about 5 feet off the ground.
Yep.
Numbnuts decided after the game to shake his opponent's hand. It was a doubles match, I'm pretty sure, and his teammate. And then with his racket, he hit the chair 3, 4, 5 times.
Repeatedly smashed his racket into the umpire's chair.
He went absolutely bunter.
That's right. Then
Was the chair umpire a Ukrainian, was he?
Then he came back and then he did it again and then he verbally abused. And the AFL's come out saying, look, we need to look after umpires. Here is the number 3 player in the world who's
Is he
acting like
Russian?
a petulant child. He is.
Well, they've had a bad 24 hours.
Don't excuse that behaviour.
No, I'm not.
So he's been kicked out.
Dickhead.
No.
Oh, you dumped that, did you?
Name calling. You don't need to name call. Alexander Zverev has been kicked out of the Mexican Open for shocking umpire abuse, as he should. Set the example.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. I've never seen an explosion like that.
You don't put up with that behaviour when you're 5, let alone you're a mature number 3 tennis player in the world.
Good text, Sue.
Zverev, have a look at yourself. The traffic for your drive home. On the other side, we'll catch up with Josh Cavello from Adelaide United. If you want to win one of 5 Lexus bonus draws, you can do so by getting your Hospital Research Foundation home lottery tickets before midnight this Friday for your chance to win.
At Featherton, got a loose road plate causing a hazard on Port Road near George Street. Take care through there. Gawler East, look out for burst water main. That's Lyndock Road near Bella Street. Salisbury South, the King Road Railway crossing is closed for works. That's between Cross Keys Road and the Salisbury Highway. Got a few detours in place there with cameras Grand Junction Road, Gillis Plains and Maxwell Road, Apparaka. Summer's sorted at OTR with Barista-made iced OG lattes inspired by Krispy Kreme original glazed donuts. Yum! Limited time only at OTR. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Peaceful living awaits at the 19th at West. With uninterrupted golf course views, pristine beaches and a new cafe and retail precinct opening in March, the best of the West is at your fingertips. The architectural homes on offer allow for effortless living. Brand new 3 and 4 bedroom designs are coming soon to West. Register your interest for the new collection today. the19thwest.com.au.
Let me tell you about St Kilda Hotel. Legend has it, long before the Schnitties and St Kilda Playground over there, this pub was a hideaway for the daring few who wanted a cold one after hours. A watchman kept lookout for cops, and this secluded little pub became a sanctuary for the few that knew about it. Still is. Good old school hospitality. Now you know. This table's waiting for you at St Kilda Hotel.
When shopping around for hearing aids, the main sound you'll hear is... But not at Specsavers, where you don't have to pay top dollar for top-of-the-range hearing aids. Just book a free 15-minute hearing check at specsavers.com.au/hearing. Then maybe you could use those savings to hear something more pleasant like... Should have gone to Specsavers. Conditions apply.
Hi, Daisy Pearce here. Signing up an apprentice or trainee is easy when you partner with MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts. MEGT's Australia's largest and only national apprenticeship network provider. They've been in it for the long haul since 1982 and make the whole sign-up process easy. You could even be eligible for government incentives. Team up with the best in the business. MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts. Call them now on 13 63 48 or visit MEGT.com.au.
Dreaming of a new bathroom or kitchen? Get the best brands and the latest trends at Adelaide Bathroom and Kitchen Supplies. The ABK Supplies showroom has just been renovated to showcase a range of Australian-made customisable vanities. Brands like ADP, Timberline, Marquee and more, including imported options. With so many choices for cabinet colours, tops and basins, your kitchen or bathroom will be stylish and timeless. Browse the new displays at ABK, Adelaide Bathroom and Kitchen Supplies, Lower North East Road, opposite Durnan Court Village.
Oscar, Penny, Hercules, Horatio.
If dogs are a part of your family, you'll want to keep your family protected.
Jasmine, Jenny, Harley.
Simparica Trio gives dogs fast and effective protection from fleas and ticks, deadly heartworm and intestinal worms. A simple monthly chew that keeps your dog safe from deadly parasites inside and out.
Who wants to go for a walk?
So if you're a dog person, you'll want Simparica Trio. Protection from fleas, ticks, intestinal worms and heartworm.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA-approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Rowey's Sport Show.
13 minutes to 5. We're going to speak to Josh Cavallo very shortly. Adelaide United Star, big weekend coming up for them as they launch their inaugural Pride game. Gavin Wanganeen after 5 o'clock. His son Tex signed on with Essendon.
Good story.
Which is one of those nice romantic sporting stories. And Kyle Chalmers, the swimming legend, will join us too. He has got a big decision to make, which a few athletes have got with clashing schedules at the moment. Junior world champs, Commonwealth Games. Pick one.
All this year.
Which one do you go to?
Middle of the year.
If you'd like to see the 36ers, they're back at home. The Adelaide Entertainment Centre hosting the Sydney Kings. You would have heard the coach last night. He thinks they're about to bounce back and get in some good form. It's this Sunday. Tip-off is 12:30. We've got a VIP family pass up for grabs. The Sixers and the Kings. First caller through, 8223 0055. And if you want the chance to shoot to win $1,000 at halftime and a game day experience for you and 7 mates, register now at mymoneyhouse.com.au/36ers. I'd love to get you to shoot to win.
12:30 tip-off. And again, I know I'm a real fan favourite of the Adelaide 36ers at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. It is the best money ticket you can get for entertainment, for family. It's indoors, brilliant. And when they play well, and they do, and they will against Sydney, they love that game, it is exciting. They light it up like no other. Like no other. Love them. 36ers.
A great family event. Just while we wait for Josh, just repeating again for those people tuning in for the first time. So Michaela will bring you the latest on Ukraine and everything that's happening there at 5 o'clock and throughout the hours. Matthew Pantelis in depth after 8 o'clock. But the news is good from a local front on, or in terms of the Police Commissioner, Grant Stevens, did a presser earlier today. Outdoor events, which includes the Adelaide Oval, all density limits have been lifted.
Good.
So we are at
100%.
100% capacity. How good's that?
Well, it's about time. I mean, you can be a little bit facetious sometimes when you sit in this chair. You can be a little bit sceptical when you sit in this chair. But I know there's something big happening in the state at the end of the month. And, you know, why we've had to wait for that to be a first mover when we're the last mover is a joke.
Question will be, will people go? You mentioned the survey a couple of days ago that 26% people don't want to go.
I get the elderly. I get the elderly may very well not. I don't think my mum and dad would go, and that's fine. And this whole COVID, it was business or the commerce versus health, and we know what pocket we've been in.
So
to the detriment of business.
Round 1 AFL. Do we get a full house?
Yes.
Okay.
Crows are playing Fremantle on Sunday. They'll get a full house.
We might have to do a nearest the pin. Try and work out how many people go.
It'll be over 40,000. Be well over 40,000.
Nice. Indoor hospitality, that's seating and standing, moves to 1 person per 2 square metres. So
Hooray.
half capacity, 3 per 4 square metres if you're seated. Private functions like weddings, 150 people. No changes to outdoor limits there for hospos. No changes to the mask rules. And dancing is allowed, but only at a private function.
My heart has bled for the hospitality. We got a lot of great mates that own pubs. Look at the Bros, terrific supporters of ours. Actually, just on the Bros, are we bringing the mystery voice back next week?
Well, we are.
Oh, boy, wowee.
Now, what we're going to do, am I allowed to give a little detail away? So the mystery voice, people will know, it's been one of the great traditions of this radio station for decades, the mystery voice.
KG and Cornsey owned it.
What has hurt the mystery voice in recent years is the internet, because people can just sort of Google and, find whatever. So what we've decided to do is instead of the mystery voice, we're actually going to package a couple of events together, and you've got to tell us the events.
A couple of 4. You did a 4.
Yeah. So you'll hear commentary from 4 different events, and you'll have to identify not who the commentators are. Don't worry about the voice. What are the 4 events?
97 Premiership, Port Adelaide 2004, Nords 97, whatever.
And Peter Siddle's hat-trick.
If
you get all 4, you'll win the cash.
The mystery voice, I like it.
And it's going to jackpot again and again.
Like it.
Now, we have had issues in the past with this. You need to just rein it in. Don't be giving away thousands of dollars that we don't have.
For the Barrow Hotel Group.
Straight away.
Thank you to Brad, the team.
It will build.
Legends. Yeah. Hey, Sip and Save text, that's great. We'll start that next week. FYI, that's for your information, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Sasha Zverev is German, not Russian. Well, we didn't say it was Sasha Zverev, did we?
No.
Who was the dude, the tennis player, that hit the chair?
Alexander.
Yeah.
Alexander Zverev.
And is he German as well?
Yep.
So Alexander is as well. Okay. All right. Well, then I'm wrong.
He is.
He's not Russian. So I apologise to Alexander, Sasha, and everybody and every Russian that's there. I'm very sorry.
This one from Rob at West Croydon. He says, playing the devil's advocate here, just a thought about the treatment of the umpires in tennis. I'm sure the umpires are on tour with the players. They're full-time professionals and we get to know each other pretty well over time. So the old adage goes, familiarity breeds contempt. No excuses for spoiled brat behaviour. Our boy Nick has a target to run down now. That's from Rob. There's no excuse for that behaviour from an adult, even if you know the umpire. That almost makes it worse.
Even on my worst day at golf, I've only hit my golf buggy twice. Alexander, he was swinging like a rusty gate.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between aiming your aggression and anger at a person versus an object.
Yeah.
So
hey, we're waiting for Josh Cavallo.
I know.
Big announcement this. Where's he at?
We're having a bit of trouble getting through to
Josh.
Josh.
Okay. Is he on the track?
Not sure.
Pride round, Saturday night, Cooper Stadium.
Yep.
Take on the Mariners. Big game because they need to beat the Mariners. Big game because they lost 4-1 to a Buckerwill team last week. They need to fight back, Joshy boy.
And a big game because if Craig Goodwin scores, he goes past Brucey Jitte as the all-time leading scorer of Adelaide United. So, fingers crossed.
Hang on. We've just had a Sip and Save text. I know we're going to go to it out because we want to get Josh. Sasha is a pet name for Alexander. It's the same person. Sorry. Gee, we've butchered the gizzards out of that.
Speaking of that, Behind Closed Doors featured you this morning. Bit of that work coming out later in the show.
Okay.
We're Lumo Energy SA, fully Australian owned, locally focused, proud community partner of the Adelaide Fringe. Oh, and we have great deals on electricity and gas too.
And Lumo Rewards.
Ah yes, and local offers and discounts with Lumo Rewards. You really do get more with Lumo SA. Call 131 5866 or search Lumo. SA residential customers only. Lumo Energy SA not available in all areas. Eligibility criteria and conditions apply. See website for details.
At the Albion Hotel, we never do things by halves. Unless we're talking half-price lunch, that is. Right now, we've crunched the price of lunch with half-price lunches. Yep, half price. For this month only, enjoy a main course lunch for half price. That's lunch from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Main course, half price every day this month. Only at the Albion Hotel. You just know it's a Barrow Hotel. Churchill Road, Kilburn, just opposite Costco. Conditions apply.
Get the garden you want at Garden Grove, with everything from the ground up. Plants and instant lawn, mulches, soils and bark, landscape and building materials, hardware, pavers and more. There's a playground for the kids while you enjoy coffee or lunch in the cafe. Garden Grove, Golden Grove Road, Golden Grove. Open 7 days. Phone 8251 1111 for delivery to your area.
Garden Grove, the garden that I want.
It is 5 to 5. Sorry, Reds fans. Joshy's a bit busy. We'll try and get him. Josh Cavallo. Big game Saturday night, Cooper Stadium. They take on the Mariners, and it is a pride game. First time ever in the A-League. Great work, great initiative by the Righty Reds. Hey, have you got your tickets in the Hospital Research Foundation home lottery yet? Well, I haven't. I hope Jody has. And if you haven't, you've got until midnight tomorrow, and you could win a brand new Lexus UX. There's 5 bonus draws, 5 lucky Lexus winners. You could be driving around a brand new Lexus UX valued at over $66,000. Plus, your tickets remain in the draw for all the incredible prizes. We know what they are. The early bird and the grand prizes. Incredible 2 Scott Salisbury homes at Summerton Park. How do they do it? the home lottery. How do they do it? They're open several times a week. Go and check them out. It's great. Imagine living mortgage-free on the beach. Right smackety-doo-dah day on the beach. By purchasing a ticket, you're joining the fight for world-leading research, improved treatment and vital healthcare services in our communities. Get your ticket before midnight tomorrow for the bonus Lexus draws. Visit homelottery.com.au.
Make every drive an experience with the Nissan X-Trail, featuring Apple CarPlay. And get Nissan Connect included when you finance with Nissan Future Value. Nissan Experience X-Trail. Approved private and ABN applicants. T's and C's apply.
If your business could do with more business, you should try advertising here on the radio. FIVEAA can help turn your brand into a household name. We could do it with a jingle, or a really funny ad, or something deadly serious. Our audience is big enough to fill Adelaide Oval again and again. Get in touch with FIVEAA to find out how we can give your business more business.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA-approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Rowey's Sports Show.
3 minutes to 5. Apologies again, Adelaide United fans. Josh Cavello unavailable to come on the show, but if we can get him, we'll do so before
We've got another hour.
6 o'clock, so fingers crossed that can come through. We will let you hear the behind closed doors a little earlier. The genius of John Blake, who you can hear from 7 and part of FIVEAA Breakfast. Just before that, I noticed you didn't eat any lunch today. Did you have a big dinner last night with Kane and Kim?
Well, yeah, we did. We went to St Kilda Beach Hotel. Now, I Googled it from here, getting on the Northern Expressway. Took me 35 minutes.
Amazing.
Straight there, I went down to the marina first to have a little bo peep because I fished off those waters for a nice gar. I do digress. I had the best palmy I think I've ever had.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
There. So to the team, they do a great job. That is a magnificent hotel. Get on our Rowey's Twitter account because you went out on the balcony and took a beautiful photo of the sunset.
Well, it's just beautiful. The water, you can see Port Adelaide to the left. You've got the playground just there.
Great pub.
Yeah, so go and see Kane and Kim and all the team at the... And they're going to bring us Lee.
They're going to bring us Lee Matthews. That was the reason we did it. They're going to sponsor it because the team love the great Lee Matthews.
So we look forward to that. It was a good...
When does Lee start?
Big schnitzel. Week before the season
When's
starts.
Cara start?
Next week.
When's Big start?
Next week.
Good.
So they're all coming back, which we love. Football is back, and I tell you what, someone that noticed that is John Blake.
And when we get behind closed doors,
$13.95. Adelaide's FIVEAA. This is Rowey's Sports Show.
Yeah, welcome along to the sports show. I can smell the footy. It's just around the corner. I can smell the freshly cut grass. I can smell the rub-down oil. I can smell the Dinko rub. I can smell big, tough, sweaty men's armpits. My nostrils are full of it. And the Port Adelaide supporters reckon I'm full of it. I can't wait for the whole thing to start and to get into all the footy analysis.
Analysis?
Yeah, Leith, I love listening to the post-game analysis.
Analysis?
Yeah, there's nothing like it.
Okay.
I am getting absolutely smashed on the text line. Hey, Row, why don't you talk about Port more? Stephen Crow? Oh, that's pretty funny for a Port supporter. Here's another one. Hey, Row! You reckon that's a good one? Did we dump something then?
We did.
Oh, Leith! What's wrong with that? I would have let that go to air.
That's why I dumped it.
But that was all right, wasn't it?
No.
Anyway, keep those calls coming in even if you don't like me. I never used to have to dump anything when I did the fishing show. Nothing. But I don't do it anymore because why should I tell everybody where the fish are biting? I love fishing and I want all the fish for myself. If you want to play the Rowey Sports Show drinking game, every time I mention Jody, you take a little slurpy drink, and every time Leith dumps me, you have another swallow, lap, dribble. And if I mention Jimmy Rowe, my little man never comes home, doesn't talk to me, doesn't recognise me in the street, then you have to scull your drink and say, bang! While standing up with your arms in the air and your guts hanging out the bottom of your t-shirt. I am getting smashed on the text line. Hey, Rowe, why don't you just marry Rory Sloane if you love him so much? I do love him, but I am not. And that. Did Did we done something then?
Yep.
Oh, there was nothing wrong with that.
There was.
There was not.
There was.
I wonder if Gemma and Tori are listening. That's the whole family now. Now you have to scull an 18-gallon keg.
Please. Am I that bad?
It's funny because it's true.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio, and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Clear tonight, a low of 17 with the 5 o'clock news. I'm Michaela Kamarek.
Gliderroll Garage Doors new Platinum and Native Series sectional doors are here. Gliderroll.com.au.
Military blast of war are ringing out in the Ukrainian capital after Russia launched a full-scale invasion. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a special military operation, claiming it's been left with no choice to protect its interests. Correspondent Kerry-Ann Greenbank is in Kiev. She says world leaders have been warning locals Russia was poised to strike.
But still, right up until probably the past 24 to 48 hours, people genuinely thought Russia would not invade. So you can imagine waking up to explosions this morning, now hearing this air raid siren. It's going to be quite frightening for a lot of people here in Kiev.
Traffic is building on the outskirts of the capital as residents try to flee. Explosions have been heard in 7 other cities. There are already reports of casualties. Australia's Assistant Defence Minister is describing Russia's move into Ukraine as a dark day for the world. The Prime Minister is receiving a security briefing on the unfolding situation. Andrew Hastie says Australia condemns the situation.
The Prime Minister back in 2020, when he gave his Defence Strategic Update speech at the Australian Defence Force Academy, warned about the rise of authoritarian powers, and we're seeing that come to bear today, and it's a very dark day indeed.
The UK is joining the chorus of global condemnation against Russia. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says Russia has chosen a path of bloodshed and destruction. The US says President Putin will be held to account. In other news now, COVID restrictions are set to ease in SA from 1 past midnight on Saturday. Hospitality venues will be allowed 50% capacity with stand-up drinking. 75% capacity will be allowed for indoor venues with seated consumption only. Dancing and singing will be allowed at private functions, but Police Commissioner Grant Stevens says mask wearing will be around for a little longer.
I don't think masks are here to stay forever. I hope not. But at this point in time, there was no conversation about the wearing of masks. Masks are still recognised as the best thing you can do to protect yourself from infection and to protect others from being infected.
There have been 1,735 new COVID cases recorded in SA today, while a further 3 deaths have been reported. Health has once again dominated today's state election campaign trail. Labor leader Peter Malinauskas has promised $2.4 million towards support for South Australians living with motor neurone disease.
There are a lot of people who miss out on getting access to the support they desperately need, which is why as a state government we will step up to the plate, support MNDSA.
Meanwhile, the Libs have pledged a $123 million upgrade to the Repat, Lowell McEwen, Noarlunga and Modbury hospitals. The investment forms part of a $500 million health boost to deliver extra beds, expanded emergency departments and more mental health support. Now turning to 5AA Sport. Australian batsman Travis Head says interim coach Andrew McDonald has already had a positive influence on the group.
A lot of guys have spoke so highly of him. Being back around him is great. I think he's a great thinker of the game. I have a great relationship with Ronnie, so I think he's Brown a lot. He's a great thinker of the game and a great communicator. So I think over the last few days we've seen that already.
In AFL practice matches today, wins to Melbourne and Carlton. Crows and Port are off to Queensland after training today. They both have practice matches on the Gold Coast tomorrow. And world number 3 Alexander Zverev has issued an apology after abusing and physically intimidating an umpire at the Mexican Tennis Open. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Chipped windscreen? Complete Windscreens repair it on the spot. $75. CompleteWindscreens.com.au.
At Theberton got a loose road plate causing a hazard on Port Road near George Street. Take care through there. Gawler East got a burst water main Lindock Road near Bella Street. Salisbury South, the Kings Road Railway crossing is closed for works. That's between Cross Keys Road and the Salisbury Highway. Got some detours in place with cameras. Cricklewood Road, All Gates and Lyons Road at Holden Hill. RAA RAA members can now save 4 cents per litre per day at EG and Caltex, Woolworths fuel and convenience stores. Search RAA member benefits today. Terms and conditions apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Clear tonight, a low of 17, mostly sunny tomorrow, 29. Saturday sunny, 29, and Sunday much the same, a top of 29. Right now it's 30 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
The hunt for a driver who left an elderly man to die on a roadside north of Adelaide. The state's peak medical body gives its verdict on the election health promises so far. Invasion ordered. We're live to Ukraine as Russia moves in. What's causing a reduction in childhood allergies, plus how the cost of home renovations is skyrocketing. I'm Kate Collins. See the full story on 9 News Tonight at 6.
This is Rowey's Sports Show. Stephen Rowe and Leith Forrest.
6 minutes after 5, big hour on the way. Cole Chalmers, Gavin Wanganeen, the latest on the Premier League. Before we speak to Gav, the squads are in Brisbane, Adelaide tomorrow. Metricon from 9:30 our time. Gold Coast, Port Adelaide and Metricon from 1:30. What have you noticed?
Well, good to see Jake Saligo starting on the wing, wearing number 14, D-Mac's old number, and Josh Rochelli, both signed this year. He's starting on a half-forward flank. Look, it doesn't matter where they start. He'll play the deep forward, which is fantastic. It's a squad of 26. Everything else looks pretty good. Good to see Mitch Hinge back after his shoulder. Nick Murray in the pocket. I do like that. Matt Crouch will start on the interchange, but it's more the notable absentees. Rory Sloane is a skipper. Paul Seedsman, we know, concussed. Jordan Dawson, the big recruit. Taylor Walker, Wayne Miller, Brodie Smith, Tom Duday. They are all first-choice players. The other interesting thing for me, who's going to toss the coin, Riley O'Brien or Ben Keys? So, yeah, it's going to be a cracking game, that one. And Port Adelaide, very, very similar. Again, they've got a couple of new lads that have made the team. Josh Sin, looking forward to seeing him, Leith. Got a razor-sharp left foot. I know I've spoken highly of Jackson Mead. I hope he gets a great game through the midfield. Sam Skinner's been named as well. And again, they're noticeable absentees. Orazio Fantasia, Miles Bergman, Charlie Dixon. We know Kane Farrell's coming back from a knee. Trent Dumont, the new recruit. But other than Orazio and Charlie, they're full strength.
They are.
Squad of 30, they'll probably play 26.
So Brisbane have a couple of notable absentees, including Dane Zorko and Eric Hipwood, while for the Gold Coast Suns, Sam Day, Jack Lukosius, Jared Witts is not going to get there, Ben King we know injured, and Elijah Hollins, who you would love to get a run at it, but he's not going to play either. So again, 9:30 tomorrow, Brisbane and the Crows, and from 1:30, Gold Coast and Port Adelaide in 100 mils of rain.
They're hiding Luco. He'd be fit. He's never injured. Why ain't he playing? They're saying, you know what? And don't come out of your house.
Just going to miss. 9 minutes after 5. This is a great story
It
for
is.
the Essendon Football Club with a South Australian flavour.
Young Tex Wanganeen has earned a rookie spot on the Bombers list. Joining us is his proud dad, former Essendon great and Port great Gavin Wanganeen. Gav, how good's this?
Rowey, how are you, mate? Yeah, look, proud as punch. Just really excited. It's an unbelievable moment, for our family and more importantly for Tex because he's put the hard work in after, overcoming, some huge obstacles being in Victoria for the last 2 years. COVID had stopped, most of the Victorian boys from having a real shot at playing footy, and then he had a stress fracture. So, he's done it the hard way, but he's put the hard work in, so he deserves his spot. You just don't get handed a spot on a list just because of your surname. And he had to show what he had in those last two practice games, and he stood up against professionals, and he's showing some really good poise, and I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, he kicked two yesterday versus the Bulldogs. It's an emotional time. I'll get back to that. Mine was draft night with my son, and it was very private. The minute you were told, you had the media in your grill. I hope you had a private moment with the little lad.
No, I didn't actually, but it's all right. We let it all out there and had a hug after the game.
Beautiful.
And, that was enough. And I didn't really expect. I mean, you can't really expect it to sort of be kept pretty quiet with my connection to the footy club, Essendon Footy Club. So, yeah.
Does he feel the pressure, or has he ever, of being your Colt?
No, I don't think he ever has.
Good.
I've always encouraged him to just be yourself and, you know, put the hard work in and everything will take care of itself. But don't ever, you know, I said, you're Tex Wanganeen. You're not Gavin Wanganeen. You're you, mate, and you be proud and you make your own way in life and don't let anyone ever, you know, tell you otherwise. And I think he embraces the challenge, to be honest with you. Yeah. He's inspired to find his own path and to have a crack, and we're showing glimpses of that now.
Yeah.
Seeing glimpses of it, sorry. Yep.
I think there is sentiment in footy, but you're spot on. Tex had to earn this the hard way. There was no promises. He's done well in the pre-season and done well in these games. But I hand it to Adrian Dodoro. A Watson, 2 Longs, a Hurd, a Fletcher, a Danaher, and now the big royal sweep, a Wanganeen. Hey?
Yeah, come on, Rowey.
Well, that's just a little cherry on the cake now for me.
Yeah, that's it. I'm hearing you.
Beautiful.
No, full credit to Adrian. He's got an eye for talent. He's an expert. He's been in the business for a long time. He's one of the best, and here's another example of being able to see talent and allowing that to blossom after, you know, not getting an opportunity because of COVID. Yeah. He you know, in a way, sort of put it in his back pocket and knew that once Tex got into, you know, a good block of training at the club and in that professional environment, that he would blossom. So, hats off to Adrian Dodoro.
Yeah. I'll share some advice that Tim Watson gave me, dad of Joe, when I rang him the day that my son got drafted. Tim said to me, Stephen, you'll never enjoy watching your football club again. Will I ever enjoy watching them again?
No, you won't. No.
Oh, no.
No, you won't.
Yeah. Because you want your son to do well, you want him to play, you want him to get a game, you just... Yeah. I thought that... Now, it hasn't quite worked out like that because I have, but I wonder if that'll be the same for you, Gav.
Well, time will tell. But
yes, it will.
I think in life you get to create your own destiny, and rewards come to those who work hard and have the belief, and you know, all those sorts of things. But yeah, I mean, I actually saw Timmy yesterday at the Essendon Bulldogs game, and he was behind me, and he mentioned to me. He said the fact I was so nervous every time I watched Joe play.
That's what he said.
Yeah. He said that to me yesterday.
Essendon v Port will be interesting for you.
Look, you know, it'll be interesting. Very interesting.
That might be for another day, Gav.
Yeah, we'll have a chat another day about that.
Good man. To you and the family, I feel like I can share the emotion with you because I have lived it. Mate, well done. Congratulations. And he's a great lad. All the hard work will be in front of him and he'll be up for that. So, mate, well done. Enjoy.
Thanks, Rowey. Pleasure having a chat with you, brother. See ya.
Great man. Well done. Brownlow medalist, one of the greats. And I know I say it all the time. One of my favourites. Gavin Wanganeen, his Colt Tex, is on the rookie list for Essendon. Unbelievable.
It is a great story. It's a nice, romantic, sentimental story in footy, and we hope Tex goes well.
Quite a jovial interview, that. There was a little bit of laughy.
It was up and about.
Texan. Got a sip and save Tex. Orazio who? Question mark. Joe from Gawler. Joe... Fantasia is how I call it. I played with James Fantasia, know the Fantasia family well, but I think Orazio has said that the correct Italian pronunciation is Fantasia.
That's right. So
Orazio Fantasia.
So that's what we're going to roll out. Marie from Marion says it could be a case of deja vu with a Wanganeen destroying a row. You wouldn't have stood Gavin. Did you stand Gavin?
I stood Gavin, well, sort of. He played in the game. His league debut for Port Magpies as a 16-year-old was at the Nord parade versus the mighty Nord. And after the game, I remember in my head walking off thinking, who the hell was that kid? He was pretty bloody good.
Goes all right.
And I reckon I was pretty accurate on that, Marie, from Marion.
That's a nice pickup. So for those
Superstar.
wondering why he wasn't picked up earlier, so he's had a difficult 2 years, Tex, because he did his knee and then he had COVID. He's played one game in 2 years, but he's been at the academy at Essendon at the Hangar for the last couple of years.
Working hard. Great story.
They picked him up and there you go. The tradition continues. Yeah, how will he go, Gavin, when he's watching Port?
It is difficult I must say, living it is very, very difficult.
How do you think Stud coped?
Oh, I know.
That's next level.
With Port Adelaide, actually, because they were superstars.
In the number 18 that has such a rich family history.
You close your eyes, you think, Stud.
Yeah,
God bless you,
that's
mate.
God getting
I
Cornsey
couldn't
back.
have done that. No. Yeah.
There are 5 Lexus bonus draws. You can get your Hospital Research Foundation home lottery tickets before midnight Friday for your chance to win.
At Theberton got a loose road plate causing a hazard on Port Road near George Street. Take care through there. Gawler East Burstwater Main Lindock Road near Bella Street. Parafield Railway works on Eldersmith Road causing delays. That's near Main North Road heading towards the Salisbury Highway. And we've got cameras Beluke Street, Dingle Farm, Flaxley Road, Mount Barker and Henderson Avenue at Paraka. From bars to butchers, enjoy zero cost FBOS with SmartPay. No more terminal rental, no more merchant fees. Visit smartpay.com.au. Minimum turnover and T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The Adelaide Fringe is back for 2022 and we have your chance to explore Australia's biggest arts festival. 5AA wants you to get along to see Borealis in Gluttony. Art meets technology in this magical installation that's travelled the world, allowing you to experience the wonder of the Northern Lights right here in Adelaide. And I'll have a double pass to give away each weeknight, 8 till 12. Gluttony is back in Rymel Park for 2022. Get your tickets for the biggest shows this Fringe at gluttony.net.au or search Adelaide Fringe today.
The time is now. An opportunity to tell a new and unique story. 88 O'Connell, a connected community with swimming pools, gym, indoor and outdoor dining, fresh food marketplace and high-end retail shopping. 2, 3 or 4 bedroom apartments with unparalleled views to the city, hills, coast and beyond. The long-awaited display suite is now open, showcasing the incredible lifestyle on offer at 88 O'Connell. More than an address. 88 O'Connell, North Adelaide.
Don't just get a forklift, get a Toyota forklift. When you need a forklift, don't just get a forklift, get a Toyota forklift. Get the world's #1 forklift brand. Get legendary Toyota reliability, get world-leading safety, and get it from toyotamaterialhandling.com.au. Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage for sales, service, and hire. Get a Toyota forklift.
With the new 5AA player, you can choose from over 350 podcast titles, all on the one app. Like The Space, a bite-sized mindfulness podcast hosted by Casey Donovan that's unlike any other. Through the sharing of inspirational stories, the Live Life in Sneakers podcast explores what it's like to live your life in metaphorical sneakers. Or join business coach and busy mum of 3, Amy Bett, as she helps women learn the secrets to a profitable business and a life they adore on The Choice. Listen via the 5AA player or wherever you get your podcasts.
To stand the test of time, you need to be tough, made of the good stuff. You need style and tons of character, just like a Playford paver. Playford Pavers, one of the few companies that still make their own pavers for driveways, outdoor entertaining areas or paths in a great range of colours and textures. And because Playford Pavers make their own, you'll always pay less. Visit playfordpavers.com.au. playfordpavers.com.au.
Life is about choices, and there's plenty to choose from at a Barrow Hotel. Take the Excelsior, the Albion, the Birkenhead or the Sundowner in Whyalla, all brimming with choice, especially when it comes to the latest machines in a comfortable, safe environment, with amazing staff to give you the best experience. For the latest in machines and comfort, visit the Excelsior, the Albion Hotel, the Birkenhead Tavern or the Sundowner in Whyalla. You just know it's a Barrow Hotel. Gamble responsibly.
I'm Kathy Nagel, the Chief Executive Officer at Western Hospital, Henley Beach. Our recent patient feedback survey indicates a high satisfaction rate with the care and services provided at Western. Most people don't know they can request to be treated at Western by our remarkable doctors, regardless of where your referral or specialist wants to send you. It is your choice where you are hospitalised. Western Hospital, your hospital that cares. For more information on accessing our doctors, visit westernhospital.com.au.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA-approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Rowey's Sports Show.
20 minutes after 5, Cole Chalmers after 5:30. Big decision to make. Which championship does he go to? The Worlds or the Commonwealth Games?
Com Games.
And this morning, got up, set the alarm, 6:30. Liverpool and Leeds. What a season it's been in the Premier League.
6-0, was it? Yeah.
6-0.
Well, Premier League, it's alive, no question. Championship League as well. It's hotting up. Joining us for Optus Sport is Michelle Escobar. Michelle, welcome.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on.
What a great weekend for the Premier League. That title fight race for the top 4 is on ski.
Yeah, that's right. It really is. After the weekend, everything changed. Up until last week, we thought that Manchester City were going to run away with it. But now, after Liverpool's 6-0 win over Leeds, it's 3 points between the Reds and City, which is just amazing. It really is on now.
Yeah. City's 15-game win streak went, and did I read right? Conte's first Spurs boss to win it at Etihad? That's incredible.
Yeah, but the thing is, things have changed for Spurs once again because this morning they lost to Burnley 1-0, and Burnley are in the fight for survival at the moment, and Conte isn't happy because they've lost 4 of their last 5 Premier League games, and he was very honest in his post-match interview saying that he doesn't know how much more he can take of this. He's very frustrated.
Oh. And Liverpool, what's that? They're 3 points down now from Man City, 26 games apiece. Smoked Leeds 6-0 this morning.
That's right, yeah. It was a huge win over Leeds, and Salah, he actually, over the weekend, he marked 150 goals for Liverpool, so he's added another 2 with 2 penalties. Mane's in the form of his life as well. Yeah, Liverpool are just going from strength to strength, and it's a matter of can they catch up and be able to take over Manchester City? So we'll have to wait and see this weekend how City go against Everton.
I must say, I'm still surprised West Ham are 5th.
Yeah, that's right. Although West Ham, they're going to have a very testing time because they've got some very tough fixtures coming up. They've got Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Wolves, everyone that's battling for either the title or the top 4. So personally, I don't know if they'll be able to stay there.
And Man United's the other one. They can't afford to slip up. They're sitting 4th. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Manchester United, they're unbeaten in 10 games in all competitions, which sounds more impressive than what it is because a lot of them have been draws and they're grinding out the results. So it's tough times at Manchester United, but they're getting the results that they need. So it could very well be that they actually make it into the top 4.
So Watford won, Burnley won, Newcastle drew, Everton lost. Now there's just 7 points separating Norwich in 20th and Brentford in 14th. That is a great title fight, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's more so for the relegation, I suppose. Yeah, it's so tight from about, the 12th down to the 20th. Anyone could be in the mix to drop into the championship, really. And Newcastle are looking good at the moment. I mean, they've got a lot of money with the new owners, and they've made some very good January signings. Everton are a bit of trouble. It's going to be interesting to see how Frank Lampard can turn things around. They're in 16th at the moment, and yeah, it's a tough time. It's very hard to predict. There's also Leeds, as we mentioned, with them losing to Liverpool. So, yeah, it's a huge battle for relegation.
I've got a sip and save text for you, Michelle. My Gunners, this is from Tread. Are they any chance to make the top 4?
I think so. They're looking very good at the moment. They've also got 3 games in hand, so they're unbeaten in their last 3 matches. I think they have a very good chance. Mikel Arteta has finally brought some stability that we haven't seen since Arsene Wenger left. So I think they've got a very good chance of finishing in the top 4.
Yeah, won 3 of their last 5. Hey, Michelle, thanks for your time.
Thanks so much for having me.
Great work, Michelle Escobar there for Optus Sport. That is going to be one hell of a finish to that season.
So you think about it, so Spurs have been putrid in the last 5 games, except for 1 win, which has completely blown the season apart, and now Liverpool are a chance, the top 4. So United, West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves, all sort of banging on the door of that top 4 spot. And as you mentioned, the relegation from 12 to 14 right down to the bottom. So at the moment, as it stands, Burnley, Watford, Norwich City would go, but Newcastle, Everton, Leeds, Brentford and Villa, they're not comfortable at the moment if they get a bad run.
And sitting 3rd in the Championship League,
yeah,
Queen's Park Rangers.
Your
We'd
boys.
be coming up.
Yeah.
Long time between drinks for us Queen's Park Rangers fans.
It has been a terrific season so far in the Premier League. Nice to see crowds are back, and we repeated the news earlier today that we now have 100% back at the Adelaide Oval. They've had it for a while in the Premier League, so to see fans up and about, it's great.
If you're watching us on the 5AA Facebook page, you'll see my eyes darting well and truly above Leith Forest's head towards the telly.
Oh.
It's got breaking news, it's got Sky News, it's got live, it's got our very own David Penberthy, and he's covering the entire screen, and I can share with you, he still hasn't brushed his hair from this morning. Have you seen a man that looks so dishevelled in all your goddamn life as David Penberthy, our very own Pembo?
Well, it's interesting because he has, I don't know what's going on with the lighting situation. It looks like a tanning light. You wait till you see Pembo's face here on Sky News any second. I can see Brooklyn moving the cameras trying to get the best shot of this. He's speaking to Chris Kenny on Sky News, doing the...
Pembo, do yourself a favour. Brush your hair, put a collared shirt on. I mean, maybe even brush your teeth. I don't think that matters.
Oh,
but
come on. I love watching when people are at home, though.
He's a ripper.
Have a look what's going on in the background, the books and the photos and the statues. So there you go. Back tomorrow.
You big close contact.
From home.
I know.
Will Goodings here in the studio.
Is there news on your front, maybe?
Not sure.
Could you be soldiered down tomorrow?
Not sure. We're about to find out. It's going to be an well, like many parents, it's a constant flood of emails from schools at the moment saying your child is in a class with another child.
Without revealing too much of my source, I've got a really good mate who's high up at a school, a college. I won't say whether it's Catholic or private, but he's in charge of the COVID protocols, and he gets the direct emails from SA Health. He is up to addition, if you like, or change 148. So you can do this, and the next day you can't. Then you can do this, but you can't. You can get on public transport, but it's 2 days and it's 48 hours and it's 148 changes. How many weeks have they been back at school? 6?
No, not even that. 3.
So it's about 3 a day.
Yeah.
Give me a spill.
I heard a story of...
I feel for teachers in schools, mate.
Yeah. I think it was 11 children in one reception class all had COVID. So, and again, close contacts, but we play on because they're classroom contacts at this stage, not close. So, but if I'm not here tomorrow...
But if you're in a boarding school, you've got to go home.
That's right.
But you can sit in the classroom.
Yep.
Oh,
it is
Leith,
strange.
It's going to be soldiered down for you.
Very strange. Fingers crossed.
Who's going to fill in for you? You're irreplaceable in this station.
No, not at all. Not at all. The great Sam Tugwell would just take the chair.
You've done breakfast, mornings, afternoon, drive, evenings. No, you're irreplaceable.
Mid-dawns.
Weekends, mid-dawns. In actual fact, if you're soldiered down tomorrow, close the doors.
We'll just have a test pattern for 24 hours. You'll be fine.
Close them, mate.
You will be fine. I will be fine. I'll be back tomorrow. Kyle Chalmers is going to join us next. Got a big decision to make.
5AA Breakfast.
Hysterical comments a couple of days ago in the Western Australian Parliament by the Generalissimo Mark McGowan over there. He made the quite terrible comment that he was one of the only leaders in Australia who actually cared whether people lived or died.
Informing Adelaide.
I've got to say, it's actually about time Stephen Marshall stood up and stuck to his guns a bit.
They'd have us a hermit state just like Western Australia.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA.
Go Vita, your local health food shops. Over 30 years health and wellness experience and over 300 natural health practitioners specialising in you.
Hi, I'm Natasha from Go Vita Fairview Green. Come into any of our Go Vita stores for this special. NutriVital Everyday Probiotic Plus, 60 capsules, normally $69.95, now $39.95.
Go Vita, Colonnades, Fairview Green, Marion, Mount Barker, Manopara, Semaphore and Tanunda.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. If you've spent too much over the holidays, at Bob Jane T-Marts, we've launched Baked Beans Month with cracking interest-free deals, buy 3, get 1 free, and instant cashbacks on brands such as Bridgestone, Michelin, Yokohama and Goodyear, Australia's largest tyre range, best tyre price guarantee, and biggest alloy wheel choice. We'll look after you.
Minimum spend $300, monthly payments required. New customers must apply and be approved for a Latitude Gem Visa credit card. Conditions, fees and charges apply. Visit website or see in store for details.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Kamarek. Military blasts of war are ringing out in the Ukrainian capital after Russia launched a full-scale invasion. US President Joe Biden says the world will hold Russia to account. A raft of COVID restrictions in SA are set to be scrapped from Saturday, but the mask-wearing mandate is set to stay. Police urging South Australians to take care on our roads with 4 lives lost this week. And in AFL practice matches today, wins to Melbourne and Carlton. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At St George's got urgent power works, Port Roche Road near Highfield Avenue. 1 lane out for outbound, speeds at 40. Theberton got a loose road plate causing a hazard on Port Road near George Street. Take care through there. And Gawler East got a burst water main, Lindock Road near Bella Street. Cameras on the drive home, Bellew Street, Ingle Farm, Flaxley Road, Mount Barker and Lyons Road at Holden Hill. A little bit of help brought to you by NRMA Insurance, who have been helping Australians for over 95 years and are now proud to be here in South Australia. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Clear tonight, a low of 17, mostly sunny tomorrow, 29. Right now it's 29. More news at 6 o'clock and As It Happens on 5AA.
The Barossa Valley is a great place to visit. You have history, wine, great food, nature, wine. What if you had one extra draw card? Your parents. Retirement units are available in safe and connected neighbourhood clusters just an hour from the city. We're talking about newly renovated 1, 2 and 3 bedroom homes from around 180k to 300k. They get the vine change and you get another reason to visit the Barossa. Win-win. Talk to your parents today about Barossa Village. Find out more at barossavillage.org.
Ray White, big name in real estate, but also the biggest name in business broking. What makes us big? Our people, like Brett Buckley and his team. MBA, lecturer, and multi-time SA Business Broker of the Year. Brett doesn't just read a P&L, he feels it. If you're selling or expanding your business, Brett can take your business apart and find you more money. And we're not talking small change. Go on, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA.
Does your retirement mean buying that special car you always wanted? Going on lots of holidays? Or dining out whenever you want? What do you have to do now to make it happen then? Retire in 5 is a retirement plan built by MBA Financial Strategists. It'll show you where your wealth needs to be in 5 years and what you need to do today to make that happen. Start with a free consultation with MBA Financial Strategists. Retireinfive.com.au. See website for T's and C's.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA-approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Rowey's Sports Show.
27 minutes to 6. We mentioned yesterday or the day before on the show, what do you do if you've got a crowd favourite, a cult hero that wants to come home? Difficult decision. What does the club do? Well, CJ Bruton pretty much put a stamp on that and said Jerome Randall won't be coming home.
No.
What about our next guest? He's got a very big decision to make himself.
And he is home. A big year ahead for my next guest. He's an Olympic gold, silver and bronze medalist. SA's very own Cole Chalmers. Cole, thanks for your time.
No problems at all. Anytime.
Good man. You're home, aren't you?
Home, yeah. Well, I'm actually in Melbourne. I just arrived in Melbourne for the weekend, but home in Australia now, which is nice.
You got your feet up. You're enjoying yourself for break. Did I read that you've had your shoulder done?
Yeah, I had my shoulder done again in December. Had the other one done this time around. So, both of them have been cleaned out. But back home now, just kicking the feet up for a couple of weeks and then busy year ahead.
Okay, how long will that rehab take? And is it as bad as what you had with the other shoulder? Or same?
It's the exact same as I had as the other shoulder.
Okay.
Rehab, I got back in the pool and did about a month of swimming and then decided that I haven't actually had a break since March 2020. So I thought now would be the perfect opportunity just to have a few weeks off. And I went back to the country and spent some time in Port Lincoln and then Streaky Bay and then come across to Melbourne to see some mates and have a mates buck show on Saturday. So kind of makes sense to have a couple of weeks off now and then get ready for the big year ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be a big year. You spoke about it. World champs in Budapest, the Com Games.
Yeah.
You picked the Com Games. Talk us through that.
Yeah, Com Games is the main focus for me. Obviously, they only come around every 4 years and did pretty well at the last one, so I've got a few titles to try and defend there, which would be nice. But World Championships has been a tough one. They were on. They were supposed to be in April. They were cancelled. They put them back on in June in Budapest. And, it's kind of just been a challenging one to commit to. And obviously, they do a World Championships almost every year, so missing one's not going to be the worst case scenario, and I know that I do want to do one day because I haven't won an individual World Championship title, so something I do dream of, but Commonwealth Games is my main focus this year, and and just refreshing and getting the body right and getting ready for that Paris push, which will come around very quickly.
Yeah. 4 gold, 1 silver in the 2018 Com Games. The silver was in the 100-metre freestyle event.
It was.
Cole Chalmers.
Tell me about it. Won the 200 freestyle, won a few other races, and didn't win my main event, which motivates me more than anything to be at the Commonwealth Games this year, obviously.
Who knocked you off?
Duncan Scott, a teammate of mine on the London Raw, Scottish boy, and beat me by a very fractional margin. And I'd just come back from heart surgery then, so I wasn't in the best shape of my career, but hopefully go a bit better a few years later.
Talk to me about the Arena family. You're going to join them as an ambassador in the lead up to the Paris Olympics. Tell us who Arena are and how good they're going to be for you.
They are. They're the best swimwear product in the world. I've been wearing Adidas for the last 6 years, and I got given an Arena suit when I was over in Hungary at the World Cup, and hadn't worn anything different or known anything different, so I put this Arena racing suit on and dropped 0.7 of a second, which is a huge amount in a swimming race, and broke a world record. So for me, it made a whole lot of sense to go with Arena, and I know that I'm so close to that world record in the long course 100-metre freestyle, and obviously 0.06 behind Caleb Dressel at the Olympic Games. So every little thing that I can get to get that little bit closer to him is going to make that difference. So signing with Arena and wearing their products over this next period made complete sense to me, and definitely pretty excited to be running their products.
So let me get this right. If you wore those togs, the Arena, in your gold medal swim in Tokyo, where you won a silver by 0.06 of a second, you'd be a dual gold Olympic medalist, Cole Chalmers.
Thanks for reminding me of rubbing it in.
No, I said it, not you, but 0.06 of a bloody second.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, the only way I can really compare it is like the Adidas racing suit was like running in Dunlop volleys if you compared to the best ASICS running shoes you could buy. So definitely been held back over the last little period, but excited for the next chapter to begin.
Yeah, outstanding. So you'll have a couple of weeks off. Is there any rush to get back with the shoulder? I think it's important for swimmers like yourself because I've tracked you since Tokyo. You've been in Europe. You've been everywhere competing on the world stage. So the mental break is also pretty important, Kyle.
Oh, hugely important. I think, like I said, I haven't had a break in 2 years. I've rehabbed over Christmas and the last 2 years, and definitely need a break, not just physically but mentally, and it's going to be hugely important with my push through to Paris. So having a little bit of time out of the water, kind of just, I guess, reflecting on the last years and the years that have been, and getting myself in the right frame of mind to start committing and pushing for that gold medal that I want to win so desperately in Paris. So no rush really to get back in the pool at the moment, no real kind of plan to when I'll be back, but I know that after a few weeks off I'll be pretty itchy to get back into a routine and get back in the pool, so it wouldn't surprise me if I'm probably back in sooner rather than later.
Okay, so normally when I have downtime from my sport, Kyle, I can tend to put a few pudding on. I let my hair down a tad and I can boof up. Are you a lad that does that, or you can get back into Nick quite quick?
Bit of both. I will beef up pretty quickly. It's nice being able to eat what I want to do and have a few beers with my mates that I don't get to do all that often either. And unfortunately put on weight a little bit quickly, but I can lose it pretty quickly as well. When we're in full training, I'm burning close to 5,000 calories a day, so the weight comes off very, very quickly. So, it's nice being able to let the hair down and enjoy myself for a while. And swimming's a very, very intense sport. We're kind of 50 hours a week, 50 weeks of the year. So, being able to have a few days off here and there is not the worst thing.
Okay, just give me a normal day. It's Thursday, you're in full training, you've got the Com Games coming up. What time are you up and what time do you get home, and how long are you actually in the pool and doing all your stuff?
We'll give you a Friday. Thursday's normally a bit of a recovery day for me, actually. But Friday, normally up by about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm kind of on the pool deck at about 6:30 doing my shoulder rehab. In the pool, kind of close to about 7:30. In the pool, probably close to about 9:30, so 2 hours-ish in the pool. Swim close to 5.5, 6 Ks. I'll go home, have some breakfast, have a bit of a nap for probably a couple of hours, and then go off to physio. And then I'm back at the pool by close to 2 o'clock again, start the rehab, do a bit of Pilates, and then jump back in the pool by, close to 3 o'clock, and normally in the water until about 5:30, and then recovery afterwards, normally jump in the ice baths and spas after I've gone up into the gym, I should say, and done my bit more rehab on the shoulders, and then get ready to do it all again on the Saturday morning. So it's a very intense, full-on day, but yeah, it's a good job to have.
It is a great job, and you're bloody good at it. But you're a sprinter. You require explosiveness in your training. I'm surprised to hear you do a 6 or 7 Ks in the pool.
Yeah, I know. I've always fought that battle with my coach, and unfortunately still pumping out close to 10 Ks, 11 Ks a day.
Goodness.
So, it's a long... Oh, well, I mean, I swim 2 laps of the pool when I race, but I swim however many laps that is in a day on a training day. So it's a very backwards sport, the swimming one, but yeah, I got to do it for the love of it.
Well, whatever you do and keep doing it, a gold, a silver and 2 bronze at the Olympics isn't damn bad. You'd eat a fair bit, wouldn't you?
I do, but I don't. I think people are always pretty surprised with how much I actually do eat. Kind of a bit of yogurt and muesli in the morning with a bit of a vegetable smoothie I try to go for with broccoli, kale, spinach, a raw egg and some turmeric in it. So it tastes terrible but good for you.
Boring.
Lunch, normally a couple of toasted sandwiches or some leftovers, and then dinner's probably whatever I decide to cook or whatever Mum cooks up for me. So I don't eat a huge amount.
Wow.
Obviously there's a few protein shakes in there and a bit of snacking here and there, maybe a banana before training in the morning, but I don't eat as much as probably what people think that we do consume. I think there is obviously the exceptions, like my housemate who swims the same event as me. He probably eats triple the amount I do, but I can't deal with my metabolism, unfortunately.
What would your body fat be?
Very minimal when I'm in proper work. We do skin fold testing very regularly, and my skin folds sit about 30, which is pretty low. So I'm not sure exactly what the body fat percentage would be, but that's the sum of 7 that they work out for us.
Yeah. You're the elite of the elite, Kyle. I mean, it was interesting just to hear all of that. Like, I hear marathon runners and, they'll wear a pair of togs and they'll cut the blooming tags off to give them 0.01 of a second over a run that they do for 2 hours. What you're doing is explosive, and you've got to do all that work to be as an elite that you can be. I mean, that would wear a lot, wouldn't it?
It does. Every single thing makes the difference. I think it's where a lot of athletes go wrong these days, is they think that going to training and I guess doing what our coaches advise is going to get them to the next level, but it's kind of what you do away from the pool that takes you to that next level and takes you to the top in the world. So I think everything I do in my days and how I spend my weekends is what makes me the best in the world, and it is a lot of sacrifice and hard work, but stand on the top of the podium at the Olympic Games, it makes it all worth it.
Yeah, so humble when you do that too, Kyle. We're very proud of you, that silver medal in the Tokyo Olympics. Port Adelaide, are you hopeful? You're more than hopeful? You're bullish that they can go one better this year and make a grand final?
Oh, I'm always very hopeful this time of year. It's an exciting time of year, I think, especially with the practice matches just starting up. So I reckon they'll go pretty well again this year. And I was actually kind of grateful they didn't make the grand final last year, because I was actually overseas at that period and would have been shattered not to be there. But yeah, I reckon they'll go pretty well this year. They've got a pretty good team, and things look like they're going pretty well in pre-season.
I got a big call Thursday, and my big call Thursday is the Crows will beat Port twice in the 2 showdowns, round 3 and round 23, Kyle.
All right, that is a big call.
You want to have a bet?
I'll be very, very disappointed if that happens. You won't see me in Adelaide for the rest of the year.
Kyle, you're a star, mate.
Just before you go, Kyle, a couple of text messages from the listeners, if that's all right. Butter Hewitt, I don't know if you've heard, tomorrow in the Gold Coast there's 100 mils of rain, so people think you have a chance to get a game for Port. You might have to swim around that forward line tomorrow. So with the next Olympics, no AFL then on the back burner, no footy post-career, still going to swim for a few more years?
Yeah, footy has been put on the back burner. Obviously, there was a little bit of talk about it there for a while. I met with Geelong and Port Adelaide about doing it after this recent Olympics, and obviously ended up swimming quite well and getting my body back in pretty good nick. So stick with swimming, and I'm motivated more than ever to go on to win that gold medal again. So stick with swimming and be a footy fan and eventually play some country footy somewhere.
And people love to know about your critters. Any new ones? Any new snakes or lizards or anything going on?
Nah, I've been away so much this year that it's been quite challenging for me, and obviously my mum has to look after them when I'm away, so I've tried to cut down a little bit. I've got the crocodile, I've got a few pythons and stuff getting around still, but definitely not the level of collection that I did have probably this time 2 years ago.
How big does the croc have to get before you take it up north and let it out in one of those streams, Kyle?
Well, I think north into the Adelaide Hills, I'm going to take it, hopefully buy a property up there with a big dam and put the crocodile in the back. That would be my dream situation. But yeah, at the moment I'm allowed to keep it till it's about 60 centimetres and then it has to go home. But if I can keep upgrading my enclosures, I'll be able to keep it until it's 3.5 metres and would do some serious damage to you. They
scare me. They are stealth, Kyle. It'd be a horrendous death, wouldn't it? You wouldn't see it coming. It gets you in the old stunt roll, then a leg rips off, and then they go back for the arm.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I love about it the most, is I think I get that adrenaline hit every time I go into the reptile room and a crocodile tries to bite me or a python lunges out at me and get a bit of blood going. But yeah, it's good fun. Keeps me busy.
Mate, we need you in Paris to win that gold, so you stay away from that damn crocodile, Cole Chalmers.
I will. Will do.
Good man. Hey, as always, thanks for your time. You're a star. Keep up the work. Enjoy Melbourne. Enjoy your buck show. Enjoy your break. Get your shoulder right. You'll do all the rehab, and we look forward to you at the Com Games.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much for having me on, guys. I'll see you back in Adelaide.
There you go.
He is a delightful man.
He is a champion.
That word doesn't do him justice, but he is an absolute delight.
He's just a level-headed kid, good family, and
humble.
again, to mum and to dad.
So these new togs he's wearing for Arena helped him get a world record on the short course by 0.06 of a second. 0.06 of a second. So he touched the wall the same time as that American dude.
That's right.
At the same time. At the same time. He reckons those togs would have got him a gold.
Over the line.
They would keep me up at night.
Yeah, well, we'll see now. So he gets the chance. So he becomes an Arena ambassador. He'll swim in those.
Italian pants.
That's right. Mark Spitz, I think, is their big ambassador too, the legend swimmer.
6-time, 8-time, 5-time, 4-time.
See, I was thinking during that too, you're whinging and complaining about having to help out and look after Jimmy's dog.
No, I'm not.
Mrs. Chalmers is dealing with crocodiles and pythons. Like,
if anybody wants to see the size of the dog that my son just bought without telling his mother and father lives rent-free in my house, Google Max Burford, the great Channel 10's Max Burford, works downstairs with Nova. On his Instagram, he's got a dog that started as this cute little, as a button-up little puppy that looks like a bear. James got that.
You've got it easy.
Why would he do that?
Mrs. Chalmers is dropping mice into a snake pit and looking after a crocodile.
Cole Chalmers lives in his own house and his mum's a beauty. James lives rent-free in my house and he bought a dog without our knowledge.
Okay.
And then tried to sell it to Jodie. Oh, look what I got your mum, a new puppy, because we lost Solomon Jones at Christmas time.
We might have to do a sort of Judge Judy community court type work.
What do you mean?
Just get the listeners involved, and should James pay rent, should he not pay rent, how much should you look after the dog? The tribe has spoken.
Don't give Jono Blakey
more fodder?
More fodder.
All right, let's check the traffic. 5 Lexus bonus draws. Get your Hospital Research Foundation home lottery tickets before midnight on Friday for your chance to win. Good luck.
At Keswick got a smash on South Road near Richmond Road causing delays. St George's urgent power works there. Port Rush Road near Highfield Avenue, 1 lane out for outbound. And Theberton got a loose road plate causing a hazard on Port Road near George Street. Cameras on the drive home, Blue Streets, Engle Farm, Mount Parker Road, Hardorf and Waverley Ridge Road at Crafers West. Book online now at mycar.com.au and get $100 off your next logbook service. Plus, you'll get 12 months free roadside assistance. T's and C's apply. Offer ends February 28th. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Thought we forgot, didn't you? Your chance to win a carton of Port Adelaide Creed beer. Not first caller through. Call now if you want to play the quiz. 8223 0055. You've got to identify a well-known Port Adelaide voice, ex-player. 8223 0055 to win Creed 2 thanks to Pirate Life.
For 38 years, Steinborner Automotive has always been well worth the trip. And right now, Steinborner Automotive Gawler has stocked up with 30 hand-picked 2018-19 ZB Commodores. Choose from a range of factory edition or special black edition with black roof and black wheels. That's 2018 and 19 ZB Commodores from $23,990, all with a balance of factory warranty. View all their used vehicles at steinborner.com.au. Steinborner Automotive. It's well worth the trip. The Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery is giving 5 lucky ticket holders the chance to drive away in a brand new Lexus, just for getting in early. Plus, your tickets stay in the draws for 2 stunning Scott Salisbury homes in beautiful Somerton Park. There's a catalogue full of prizes, including luxury cars and amazing getaways. Join the fight and get your tickets by midnight tomorrow at homelottery.com.au. Licence M14133.
Oh, Sip and Save have some great offers.
Yeah, I know. Like this 700ml bottle of Russian Standard Vodka or Pimps for $35.99. I love a refreshing Pimps. Have you found anything?
Yeah, a 750ml bottle of Wirra Mrs. Wiggly Rosé is only $13.99. I'm sorted.
Great. Hey, whilst we're here, I might grab a 10-pack of Wild Turkey and Cola 4.8%. They're on special for $41.99.
Nice, now you're sorted.
Whatever the occasion, start at
Sip and Save.
Delivery available in selected areas. For more specials, head to sipandsave.com.au. Prices may vary in country areas.
9 to 6. Now, if you're fitting out a workshop, your shed, rooms around your home or your house for extra storage, forget the flat pack crap. Go Sharman Shelving all the way. Sharman Shelving all the way. Here's the thing we all love about Sharman Shelving. It's all done for you. It's not flat packed. So you're not going to sit there for hours trying to find out what marker A means to get to marker C, and then you've got B and B's missing, and then you've got to put this together, and you call your wife, your kids, you haven't got many hands in it. And it's just, and you end up having a fight, Leith. What in God's name have you bought, Jody? Well, call Sharman Shelving. They'll come out, give you a free measuring quote, then deliver and assemble. It is all done for you. All you have to do is pay the bill, and you'll be amazed at how great the quality is and what they are compared to that flat pack crap. When it comes to storage solutions, everyone needs a little Sharman in their life. 412 North East Road, Windsor Garden, sharmanshelving.com.au, or you can check them out on Facebook.
What's for dinner? Try Cole's simple zucchini spaghetti and meatballs recipe. Made with 5 ingredients in 30 minutes for less than $5.50 per serve. It's one of over 100 recipes at coles.com.au. Coles, value the Australian way.
The Australian-made mattress floor stock clearance on now at Harvey Norman. All discontinued floor stock must go. Now's the time to upgrade to an Australian-made mattress or ensemble and support local manufacturers. Our range includes the big-name brands Sleepmaker, Sealy Posturepedic and King Coil by A.H. Beard. This is your chance to buy a quality Australian-made mattress or ensemble at an amazing price. All discontinued floor stock must go. The Australian-made mattress floor stock clearance on now at Harvey Norman.
Go! Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA-approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Rowey's Sport Show.
Can't pick it.
I thought it was the Blues Brothers, but it's not.
It's like The Cure, The Clash. It's one of those ones.
Whatever.
Let's give away some beer.
Oh, hello, Daniel at Paralawi.
Hello.
Switch your ears on, buddy. Have a listen to this for a bottle of Creed.
Yeah, he wouldn't even be in the starting 22, I wouldn't have thought. So he's got a bit of work to do.
Make that a case of Creed, thanks to Pirate Life. Who do you think that is, Dan?
I've got no clue.
Just have a guess. He's around the 2004 Premiership era.
Yep.
Any player?
Roger James.
Oh, Groggy. No, not Groggy. Hello, Barry. Who do you think it is?
I was going to say Roger, so I'm glad he said it before me. What about Wakeland?
Sorry.
We'll give it a little clue. Kicked a very important goal down at the Cattery once.
Oh, his dom is good. Hello, Jack. What?
Sound Called Malice was the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good man. You get nothing for that, but you'll get a carton of Creed if you get this one.
Can we hear it again by any chance?
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah, he wouldn't even be in the starting 22, I wouldn't have thought. So he's got a bit of work to do.
How's that?
Got a real leadership sound about his voice, I would have thought.
Jack?
Leadership.
Like a real captain's kind of voice, I would have thought.
He introduced me to Rusden. Is that too long? Quick, you got to have a guess because Chad and Henley's waiting. Who?
Travis Boak.
No, not Travis.
Nah, not Boak. Older than that, back in their Premiership era. Chad at Henley Beach.
All right, let's wrap this up. D. Cassisi.
Yeah, we go.
You got the his dom is good, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. I couldn't believe the dude before didn't. Chad, you've got a case of Creed thanks to Pirate Life.
Beautiful.
I'm allowed to do that, aren't I?
Yeah, of course.
Italian accent. Is Dom is good. That was an ad, Leith.
Yeah, correct.
Is Dom is good.
Creed 2 is a limited edition case of beer. Jump on a shop.pyrolife.com.au. Grab yourself a case before it's all gone, and some of the money goes back, so you'll be helping build the Club Museum, which is a great thing indeed. Time for
The Last Shout.
Okie dokie. Now. It's Feb 24th.
It
We're
is.
all rusty.
Yep.
I'm still rusty. Players are rusty. Coaches are rusty. Commentators can also be rusty. Michael Barlow. Now, you remember Michael Barlow, former Docker star.
Very good
Prolific.
Yep.
Prolific. Could he?
Oh, he was a good player. A mature age player.
And it broke his leg, snapped it in 18 pieces.
Awful.
In actual fact, he was like the man that fell off that wall. What's that bloke? And
Humpty
that
Dumpty?
Humpty Dumpty. They had to put him back together again. And did they ever?
Yep.
Well, anyway, he was calling the game
Carlton
today.
St Kilda, yeah.
Carlton St Kilda. And Jake Kelly. Now, we all know Jake Kelly. Jake Kelly, right, is a former Crow. He's now a Bomber. Have a listen to Michael.
I might be making this up, but somewhere along the line I've heard that Mackenzie's nickname is Bull, and that might be why. But that, in the same breath, it might be completely false that his nickname's Bull.
Well, if true, it's a good story.
Yeah, I'll do
and
some
if true,
digging.
most are.
Yeah, I'll do some digging. I just like to be open and honest and transparent.
Yeah, Michael. Now, he didn't know, but how's the other clown?
Well, he didn't know either.
Well, he didn't know either.
No need to call him a name. but,
Well, how's the other dude? The other person, the other
Correct.
commentator, the
He
other
didn't know either.
broadcaster. Jake Kelly's played 7 seasons in the AFL. He's played 110 games. In those 110 games, I've probably called all of them, and I've referred to him as Bull. So, Michael Barlow, switch your ears on and do your homework.
Thank you.
His nickname is Bull, as Tony Lockett's was Plugger, as Buddy's is Buddy, and as Kerry was Duck.
He just wasn't sure, Michael. Sam Tugwell, before we go, your last shout,
A real
please.
quick one, a little prank being played in the NHL. You like a bit of ice hockey, a
I
bit of
love
biff.
my National Hockey League.
Yeah, so we saw one of the players, he got basically hip and shouldered into one of the glass panels on the side
Which can happen.
near the gates.
Uh-huh.
Got his head smacked in there. So
Bang!
big nosebleed sort of going as he's wandering back to the bench. Have a listen to what happened.
Michael Raffle for the Stars just got caught on the corner of the glass there and just an awkward hit.
Oh yeah, right in the face. Look at the bench. Watch what Ben does to him. Squirts him in the face with some water, a little insult to injury. You see he looks back and you wonder if the league might take a look at that.
Now, of course, a little bit of fun. He's just squirted a little water in his face from a water bottle.
Awkward. He said awkward.
Awkward. Guess what happened that was awkward after that?
What?
$7,000 fine from the league.
No, the squirty bottle, bro.
Squirty bottle.
$7,000, 7,000 US.
We're out of this league. It's unbelievable.
That's a big fine. I'm going to finish with a congratulations
That's
to a
ridiculous.
dear friend of the show, the great Anna Mears, national treasure, lives here in Adelaide. Not anymore because she's moving. Her husband Nick got a job with New Zealand Cycling, so they're packing up and they're moving the family. So the 2 kids and Bruce the Beagle, they're off to New Zealand. So just when you think 2 kids and moving house and a new job, she also got engaged.
Goodness.
So congratulations to
Wow.
Mears
Anna
and Nick. They're going to
Mears.
get married. So big,
She's off to New Zealand.
she's going to the long white cloud. So well done,
Sucks.
Mearsy. She's an absolute star.
She's a star.
We'll
Love
see you
it.
tomorrow.
The time is now. 88 O'Connell brings new life to this landmark location. An opportunity to tell a new and unique story. A connected community with arts, culture, sport and entertainment on your doorstep.